They were seen on this property last night. She's a witch with a capital B. If you don't stand for something or go by the codes you live by or the ethics you have, you're nothing. You're just wandering around.
What's going to happen now, Dairen? That mother's going to get a bullet.
Just knew this shit was going to happen. Ah, fuck it. I'm not going to play this game. Best thing to do is not crawl in the snake den to begin with. Get out of here!
Okay, so we're gonna tag that calf.
Put that little black one over.
That's the one you want.
Yeah, when I was a little boy, I remember looking through an old sporting goods magazine and seeing an ad, you know, and it said, "Become a government trapper." I remember seeing this guy somewhere up in Alaska in the Yukon Territory. You know, he had his dogs in his cabin behind him. And I thought, man, that'd be neat, you know. You get to go out and live in the wilderness, and chasing animals around, no politics, no people, and man, that couldn't have been further from the truth.
Nice shot, Charlie.
I'm roping fine, my horse is fucking me. Will Rogers.
Good shot. Okay, just hang out there,
I've
man.
known Simon for going on 29 years.
Down you come, sister. Okay.
You know, we're like brothers. You know, I'd take a bullet for him. So be able to come out here and get saddled up and spend the day horseback with him and help him chore, it's good. It's like old times. It's good for my soul, you know. It reminds me of where I come from and who I really am.
Better go.
You know, and that's a good thing.
Good job.
About 15 years ago, I called it quits on doing control work. Now I only trap for conservation. Sure, I miss this steady paycheck, but catching them and letting them go, you just can't beat that.
That's what we think about that. So I just got a call from an outfit in South Africa that's having depredation on valuable plains game on a game farm. They're not really sure what the offender is, and they want the offender to be relocated or they get shot. I don't like these kind of calls because relocation, translocation is something that I don't do, I don't believe in. Hello? Hello, Josh. But if I don't get involved, they've got no chance. So I'm wrestling with that. If it's hyenas, I mean, they're the only thing we can translocate. We can't do a leopard. Absolutely cannot. The only way I can translocate, you got a reserve where they can be taken to with no other hyenas. You got to have collars on them so you can monitor them after you release them. There's a whole lot goes to this. That's why it's never done. And I am willing to help you in any way I can.
You know, it's all romance and warm fuzzies when these guys on TV relocate some poor little critter. And, you know, now the little dude will be happy, but just imagine for a moment what he's going through.
Imagine you're snatched out of your home one night, you're drugged, you're blindfolded, and transported to downtown Johannesburg. You don't know anybody, you don't have any money to spend. You know, how you gonna eat? How you gonna live? Where are you gonna live? You'd be screwed. And that's what you do to a raccoon when you go plop him in some other critter's country. And usually you're gonna die trying to get home. And that's just what they do. They die trying to go home.
Unlike my targets, I've gotten pretty good at being relocated. I'm headed to the eastern side of South Africa, close to the Kruger National Park.
Trapping animals that have been heavily persecuted is always a challenge. They are animals that are extremely wary. Here in South Africa, game farming is big business. Rare game
are bought at really large auctions like they have in the States for cattle. A lot of money exchanges hands in stocking these big game farms. Here in Madrid, Josh is breeding some extremely rare antelope.
Hey, Dairen.
Hello there, Josh.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Oh, how was your trip?
Long, very long. How long you been here, Josh?
25 years.
25 years.
Over the years, highest was 80 Roan and 100 Sable. And basically, those populations have been predated. And obviously, you know, that's where my income comes from.
Sure. With the average price for a roan or sable antelope cow sitting at around $42,000, we're not talking chump change. And last year, the record books were smashed when a sable bull sold for $1.5 million US. So you can understand people like Josh getting upset when predators are helping themselves to million-dollar meals. When you come in cold to a new area, you do start from scratch because you don't know the history. You just know what you're told. You know, if a cop goes into a crime scene, he's got the neighbor that hates the weird guy who lives alone with a hound, which would be me, and you don't know. You have prejudices there. And accumulating that evidence is a long process.
And then I just sort of tied the bait down. You can see with a chain there.
You don't have the 911 phone call that gets you there straight away. You arrive weeks or months after the incident with no physical evidence. Then what you look for is the presence of the predator. You come in kind of knowing who the possible suspects are. Like humans, you'll have a killer that has his own pattern of doing things. So in the case of predators, they're doing this for a living. They're not doing this to be evil. They do it to feed. Right now, I don't see any hyena tracks. They all have, according to their size and their species, a different style and a different ability to kill things.
There we go.
The fingerprints are in the tracks that are in the ground, and, you know, hair on the fence and other kills that you may discover along the way to identify who's the most likely suspect.
So we dumped it here in the afternoon. Next morning, nothing. No smell, nothing.
Smells like
Hold
hyena to me. If leopards have a resident presence, you will find their tracks somewhere, even old tracks. And that wasn't the case. Pigs. There's a surprise. And that's what we catch here, pigs. My favorite animal. There's a hyena.
Somebody hides in there.
And there's a hyena right here, traveling that way. What I did find was fresh spotted hyena tracks. There's good places to set, but I just know we're gonna get a damn pig. Well, I reckon I know what's been dining on Josh's antelope, and I don't think it's just a single animal. Time to prove it. As animals become persecuted, the vehicle, the smell of man, all those things cause them to stay hundreds of meters away. So what I have to be able to do is make that animal hunt me. I have to make them come to me. And the only way to do that is to know or be able to predict with some sort of consistency where he's going next. I've seen where he's been, but where's he gonna come back to? And those are the places that I have to set up to cause that animal to be interested at all this country, put his foot in something about the size of a dinner plate to be able to capture him.
Come on, you fucking grass. Let the swearing begin.
There's 4 things that all predators operate on, and it's hunger, sex, curiosity, territoriality. Those are the main things you play on. They want to know if other predators are present. They want to know if there's something to eat. They want to know if something is in heat or ready to be bred. Or they want to know just what the hell is that thing, you know? And they want to go look at it.
Feels good to be back in the dirt again. Tell you that. Guy can start missing this shit. This is just good, honest dirt. You know, it's just nice. You know what it's gonna do and how it's gonna dig, and I need to get a life. I need to get laid. This is my life. God. How was your day? I found some really good dirt. It was awesome. Right in here, I'm gonna occupy 3 different locations in here and go for a double catch. You have animals that run in groups. One gets caught, and then the other one goes over right next to it in a sister set, and they'll get caught. So I have good luck with that. I like to do that. Yeah, I love hyenas. You know, like the coyote, they're a great success story as far as predators go. They survive poison campaigns, hunting campaigns. I mean, they're hated, for a fact. I think if everybody had their way, they'd get rid of them. They have not been able to do so. So, yeah, I'm very fond of them. Excalibur. They have good eyesight, great night vision, and they have a very good sense of smell. You know, their closest relative is the mongoose. Not a dog, but they're very much like a dog in the way they follow their nose. And so you want to capitalize on all those things.
Good old tuna. Put some mussels in there. You want to have visits by your predators, and you don't want the non-targets. And the fact is, you're not going to catch them with a vegetarian meal. Something has to die. You either have to find a kill that they will revisit, or you have to come up with bait.
Tell me about your theory.
Yeah, everybody has a puke note, and it goes like do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Like a breaking point where somebody's going to lose their cookies. Those animals that are extremely wary present all kinds of challenges as to how clever they can get. You can't just walk out there and catch them in one night.
I've got transmitters on all the traps so I can check them regular. Whenever you drive in, you risk chasing interested predators away.
Nothing in 4. 1's off. Trap number 1 is off, meaning it's being pulled. Going out to check that right now and get a physical check on it. The major anxiety, the number one thing on my mind when I get something caught is, you know, I want it to go smooth and I want it to be okay. You know, I want to make sure I got a good capture, an animal that's not going to slip out and get away. Spotted. It's a big spot. We caught one, buddy, first night.
This ought to be a piece of cake, huh? Famous last words.
Got to go down to the gate now, meet the vet. Just about every job in the world now, you got to have a vet on all your captures.
Hello, Hein.
How you doing this morning?
How are you? I'm all right.
Thanks.
So far, we're operating on all cylinders. Just want my hyena in that box. No problems. Come on, Spotty, be there.
Now the rain is coming down.
Fucking rain. It's right on the side. So today, girl.
Okay, maybe we should just leave it a bit.
Sure. It's always nice when you go on a job and the first night you score. And, you know, you think, man, this is going to be a walk in the park. You hope that.
It's almost 4 or 5 minutes now. We can maybe go slowly and have a look.
But if you've been doing this for a lot of years, you also know that can shorten up in a couple of days. That's what I call down.
It looks like it.
That's a guy.
Yeah, male, he's nice size. They don't have gripping claws or extendable claws like a cat has. They just have a lot of strength up here in the neck and the shoulders. And these temporal muscles give them the strongest bite of any mammal in the world, stronger than a grizzly bear. See those bone crackers there? This here is what makes a hyena a real great survivor. When other animals in a drought are really starving, they can consume carrion all the way, where other animals like leopards and lions will eat mostly just the meat. It's healthy, beautiful shape, got a nice catch.
Okay, we'll just turn it on this side then.
That was a nice, smooth, easy capture. Nice it looks like that. That hyena is no way pulling down full-grown Roan antelope or sable by himself. Now, you get a couple of them, they can do a whole lot. They are very, very good and successful predator. But your cats are cut out to do that mano-a-mano. They're set up to secure a big antelope by themselves. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to a holding facility that has predator quarantine enclosures where this animal can be confined by itself, quietly, be fed, cared for, while we wait to catch the rest of this group. Gonna be a lot of people there. I'm kind of a hermit, the less people the better, but they're doing us a favor to, you know, cooperate on this translocation project here.
We don't have far to go.
Thank you.
Right next door, we have Mahalo Hollow Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. Hordes of young volunteers come here from all over the world to help rescue and rehabilitate injured and abandoned wildlife.
Last night was perfect track.
Yes, before the rain came.
Owner Brian Jones is a firm believer that successful translocation is possible.
We've put about 170 servals back to wild. I've put quite a lot of hyena. I sent 6 leopard down to Eastern Cape. We've put leopard in Malawi. My stipulation is to all of those, put them in a camp and hold them for minimum 3 months, preferably 6 months. It cuts out their homing instinct for the start. If you just take them and don't put them in camps, they hone back every one shot on the computer. You can see them honing straight back to where they came from. I've been collecting leopard dung and lion dung for years.
Oh, excellent.
So just releasing like that to me is futile. If he does go back, he's going to get shot because the farm didn't want him. This is the first den.
Oh, nice.
There's the water. That opens up so you can go outside into the sun. So you're happy?
Oh, excellent.
Right, can we bring the box up here, you ladies? Okay, swing it, swing it. That's a wake up. The hyena fulfills an important role. He's immune, firstly, to all the diseases. So his role here is, one, to control the disease being spread by flies. Now, the second job hyena must do is crush the bones, because the vultures' babies need calcium, and they pick up the fragments the hyenas crushed, and they feed their babies. But now the conflict comes because man is wanting progress. He's wanting food, vegetables. So we have to chop out, put poison, clean out the whole habitat, and nothing's left for the hyena. But they're not problem predators. They're not a problem animal at all. It's us who's disturbed the little intricate system that's there.
We know because of the age of this one, you have a clan on here. We know by looking at this one that he's in good flesh, good health. And so there's a matriarch around here in a clan of hyenas. That's where you get 2-year-olds from. It's my fucking hawk. God damn it. Now, I'm rummy-headed. This is the thing right now. I'm burning a fever, I think. And I'm just feeling, so I'm making all excuses. And I have blisters. This spot we're resetting because the smell of this hyena is all over this. They will either be attracted to that individual place where that animal was captured, or shy of that particular location, but still interested in looking in that vicinity. I hear him. Yeah. And there she is. Isn't that cool? I love them. They are such neat animals. I just love them. There you go. There's a Roni. That's what we're working for here. Dead quiet. Dead quiet. Absolutely nothing here last night. Next.
A jackal came over to visit.
Badger. And then the well went dry. Pigs. And baboons. Little pigs. This is all small animal feeding. Just little critters messing with my program.
Honey badger.
That has to be repaired. You know, we don't know what their numbers are. There's definitely more than just a couple around here. As to where they are right now, we don't know until we start hunting ground. Pigs, 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 pigs.
Simpson is tracking wild hyenas in Africa, in the vicinity of the rare wild umbrella mushroom. In the wild, there is only 20 left.
My favorite animal. Another one to fix today. They are suspicious, they are wary. They've been trying for a couple of years to catch these things, and they can't catch them. I was told they're uncatchable. This is a cage trap. They go inside there, and there's basically a plate in the back. He puts pressure on that, going for the bait, and that door comes down. You got a long tail cat, goes in there in this particular cage. It's gonna amputate their tail. You got a cub standing in the doorway watching its mother. He gets cut in half. They don't understand the strength of steel, and they break their canines off. Then they begin digging, and what it does is it flattens their claws and oftentimes pulls the claws out. This cage has been here for a year, 0 captures. This is why I use the method that I do. You want to leave them with no mark on them at all, if at all possible. When you start putting different kinds of booby trap capture methods, you teach them a lot.
You teach them to be suspicious and more vigilant and more observant than they would be otherwise. They learn the game, and they become very, very difficult to capture.
Rain quit somewhere around, I reckon 6:30, something like that. So any tracks we see are gonna be real hot, real fresh. And I'll be damned. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. I would guess that'd be a female. There she is, right there. That's a good adult, and that's last night. Bingo. Where are you going, girl? Here she is. And here. Pigs are in here. This camera trap will film the activity on this crawl here. 0. Not a ting. We've gone from being able to find them with pretty great ease to now we're really hunting hard to come up with anything. Warthogs, honey badger, baboons. Where are you, girl? Well, our carcass is robbed. This is the back door. She's pushing through a thorn bush that's really ragged stuff, pushing through to come in on the backside of well-guarded baits and things. She's just very, very wary. Well done, girl, well done. A helicopter couldn't have plucked it out of there better. Time to get to work. I gotta get some stuff in there that she just cannot see. Yeah. So I want to catch her in the area where she thinks she's sneaking in the backside. This bitch has radar. All right, and I'll narrate it as you come up. Okay.
As Dairen approaches the set, the rare Austrian leopard awaits. Then he calls.
Low! 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 Oh, the glass! Glass is in the fucking way. Maya! Bring the glass cutters. You know, the old life lesson stuff, your worst adversary makes you the best person you can be. And trapping, that's the worst animals what make you good, not the gimmies.
Are you happy with the sets?
This is better than getting your sister drunk on Christmas Eve.
I can catch her. I just need time. But time is slipping away.
These animals really think about things. Even something as simple as carrion left out. They are very observant and very, very clever. And this girl, I mean, she's playing a game with me now. So it's very challenging, and these are the captures and the pursuits that I really enjoy the most. These are what separates the men from the boys, for sure. There she is, going this way. Look at that, big girl. That's a small one here. That's a youngster. That's a cub.
Well, that's a curveball. Looks like my big gal isn't the only female around here. And this one has a cub.
They were seen on this property last night.
There was a small one and a big one. That's all I've been told. It's no fun when you have dry nights, no matter whether you're on the first day or you're on the, 13th day, like we are right now. Getting in front of her is the problem with what little time we got left. So instead of her chasing me right now, I'm gonna start chasing her. Right now, there's good tracks in here. I mean, they came in here, drank this morning.
Oh, sorry, dude. Almost got you.
I want to catch this adult first. The other one will be a lot easier because it kind of works off of her guidance. But I can't choreograph the order in which they're caught. So I'm hoping to get her first, but that's all I can do. There's no telling which order it's going to come in. Be our girl. Oh, that's a little tiny guy. We don't need the vet for him. Let's go get a box. In this size, I can manipulate okay. Take him on over and put him with the other one. Hello, little guy. Yeah, Leslie is. Oh, now. Yeah, I know. I know. You got the noises, though. Come here, little guy. Come here. Okay. Come on. Hold on, little man. Ooh. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Poor little guy. He didn't ask for all this bullshit. Now just take it off. All right, now let's go. Close it down on me. There. And then I got to thinking about what lay in store for him. Hello, Brian. This is Dairen calling. I'm just calling to let you know we got a hyena cub here this morning. Gosh, he's not very big. I mean, he's not an infant, but he's, I don't know, 4 months, maybe, 5 months. Yeah, I called the landowner with the rehab center, and he wants to use this hyena as bait for its mother. And he wants to speak to me about that. Using this one as a bait, if you're gonna do a proper release, and you hurt this one to do that, you know, it's a hell of a judgment call, because then, I don't even know, fuck. I don't even know. Fuck. Yeah, you could probably get mother to come in if the youngster doesn't trash his mouth and break all his teeth off on the steel. So, tooth damage and stress and all that stuff, I'm just not gonna do it. I just knew this shit was gonna happen.
I have a special cage where they can't break their teeth. I'll guarantee you, because I've done it a couple times with mommies, and I've caught him that night.
He's wanting things to happen all at once, and if it's a matter of ethics, I'm not gonna be a part of it if it's bad ethics. I'm thinking on the fuck it factors coming into play. These animals are being taken care of, well cared for by this fella. He's Done a good job on that. And I don't know, I'm thinking. I don't know, I gotta think on this. Ah, fuck it. He's going home. Fuck it. I'm not gonna play this game. We got a non-offending hyena, and he's a youngster, so he's young and dumb. He got caught, he's just gonna appear with his mother. The key is his mother, not him. And by keeping him away, I'm gonna get him put in a fucking cage doing exactly what I say I won't do, which is use live animals for bait, and that goes for cubs and everything else. And if it makes the mother hard to fucking catch, so be it. She's already hard to fucking catch. And I think it's the right thing to do. I'm gonna let him return to his mother. See ya. This is not gonna make me popular. But I gotta talk to Josh. I gotta sort it with him. Hey, Josh.
Yeah, how you doing?
All right. What would you think if I was to turn him loose, just right where I caught him? You've been very ethical, this whole thing. For a stockman, you're very much a conservationist, and so that's what I'm asking you. Just stop it before it starts and cut him loose right where I caught him.
Whatever's best, the best way forward. I'm happy to do that.
And he isn't making a difference on anything right now other than just getting sacrificed in the crossfire of what we're trying to do, you know. All right, let's go fishing for him. Just about right there. Live animals is something that everybody wants to go to. The ethics go out the window. And the bottom line is the welfare of that animal. You got to sift all the other stuff out. And sometimes you make sacrifices in time. Sometimes you piss people off. But I don't use live animals. It's not necessary. There are other ways to do it. Come on. Give you a... Turn the lights out here. I started making that a firm deal to every project that I go into after seeing a project years ago. Tie a live pig in a sack up a tree, all done by people that were conservationists, and I told them that I don't do that. They went ahead and put it up anyway. And I get there in the morning and find this pig dead in the tree in a bag. So I just made a point that I'm not gonna do this fucking shit ever again. Nobody's gonna do that to an animal that's under my watch. He's gotta think, he thinks he's still caught. And I can let an animal go that I captured, by God. If I catch him, I got the right to let him go. And get his wind back here. You get a new chance, kid. Yeah, you're gonna take shit about it, but point is, I did the right thing, and it's fun to watch him, you know, give you the over-the-shoulder look and then run off, and he can go be with his mom. I don't apologize for feeling good about that. Well done.
There we go.
Hey, Brian, sorry to keep you waiting. This is Dairen. Well, listen, I'm not coming. I decided to cut that cub loose.
If we're looking at the big picture, we want mama and the baby off to a better chance to try and survive somewhere else. So that little negative, or maybe you say stress there, that's just have to accept that. And to me, that would be the common sense thing to do.
So anyway, he said, well, you realize now they have to be shot. I would have rather have kept it than, I said, well.
Not catching mama would be almost impossible. But say we didn't catch the mother, then we sit with that thing, then it might have to end up in a zoo animal.
Number 4 is off. Right now, we're going back out to the same site where I caught that cub. And I sure hope it's not him. For that matter, I hope it's not his mother. Go, it's hyena. Hyena. Let's go. Tell the vet to roll. Just sitting there like a dog. Be nice to have a big girl. That'd be real nice. You're not gonna have a successful release unless you've got a matriarch with them. Removing the matriarch or the queen is like shooting the general of an army. You know, your leadership goes to hell. Still there.
Still there. Good.
It makes a more disorderly assault on what these particular animals are supposedly assaulting.
Let's go make up a dot.
So they're not as effective in their hunting strategies without the leader. You can cause splintering and dispersal from that or social disorder. She would have to be replaced. So you have a whole hierarchy that has to be reestablished. She's definitely, just by the looks of her down there, she's definitely a big player in what can undo Roan and Sable. So I'm just, right now, I'm hoping she's not milking. If she's milking, you know, that's that little guy's mom. So now we got another dilemma to deal with, you know.
Right, ready to go.
Well done, man.
But it takes it out quickly, eh?
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah. I spit the dot out, huh?
You want to catch one, I do. Got a big girl there? She's down. Big girl?
Yeah.
Excellent. Looking at her age, she'd probably be the matriarch of this particular clan. Okay, you see these teats have been sucked on at one time. She's not lactating now. Good. It's not her cub's mother. And she's got a fake scrotum, pseudo-scrotum. No marbles in it. She's got a doodle pipe there, or she's got a penis there. It's a phallus, they call it. She's beautiful, big girl. She's a dandy. I reckon this big gal could very well be Josh's monster.
So you did outfox her?
These are the hard ones. These get smart.
These are the female leaders. Very difficult ones, huh?
These are the ones you're proud of.
Oh.
And what I caught her on, Hein, is just a dirt hole in the ground with tuna fish in it. Capturing hers is big in this particular project. Her sheer size makes her a more formidable predator. She fills that box, doesn't she?
Fills it up, eh?
And when you catch one that has a lot of years behind it, in this case, probably 8 years, maybe 9 years behind her, that's a lot of life experience. And so she's been to the rodeo many times. She's a dandy. That's the one you want to get. I'm sure she's one of their nightmare animals. So it feels good to catch her because a lot of people have been trying and they haven't been able to do so. She's their big girl.
That's brilliant. Swing it straight. Put it in line here. Yeah, okay, about like that. Okay. Man, she's big. This is a... Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, where's her? Do you want to go up?
Get up.
Where you want to go?
No, if she's waking up, we'll just leave.
Let's just, yeah, she's fine.
Get out.
We're fine. Everyone's out.
Close the door.
Look at you, big thing. You're such a big, look how big she is, huh? She a dandy? That's my kind of spotted hyena. She knows how to eat, you know? So there's $1 million piles of shit out there on the other side, you know?
By removing the one big female that we have, that has definitely, I think, broken the pack. So for the time being, they're all upside down. And, you know, as opposed to pack hunting, I think they'll have to revert to scavenging for the time being, which is a great help.
Time's up, and I'm on to the next job.
See you next trip, house.
For the next 3 months, our hyenas will be staying at the holding facility. The idea is that they will lose their homing instinct during that time, but I'll be back to help release them and monitor what they're up to. For me, the hard part is over, but for them, this is the beginning of a tough road. You know, translocation is not an easy thing. You can't just come in with a vacuum cleaner and suck up a group of animals and then go dump them in some random place. These people at the rehab center have been great. We have a difference in certain opinions, but they have, you know, housed these hyenas for us, and they're down with this. The option was to either kill them or remove them, providing there was a certain scenario, and that scenario is a fenced reserve with no other spotted hyenas on it, where they are welcome and there is good game, and being able to release them, collars on, all at once. She's a big one. All right?
Yes.
She's heavy. What is she?
73.
Okay. Translocation is something that I've spoke against for years. I'm still against it as an answer. This is not taking the raccoon out of the neighborhood and kicking him out in the woods. That doesn't work. That's death sentence. That male's getting cabin fever, and he is ready to fly the coop. And female is too. She's starting to get cranked up. They're anxious to get out, and I'm glad to let them get out. They are out of the drug now, and so, you know, they're ready to be let go. And hopefully they're gonna make it fine. We do have a chance. It's a rare chance, and it's an unrealistic chance, but we're trying it. We are gonna monitor it and see how they do. Maybe something can be learned, maybe it's just what we already know. They always look back like, you know, what was that, man? What was the last 90 days all about? Come on. Find each other. The world's changing, and not always for the better, unfortunately. There we go. There we go. And you do see things, you know, disappear, and
and ways of life that disappear. And the only thing that makes you hang on to that little thread that it's not all gonna go is things like the fact that, you know, the last cockroach on Earth is gonna get eaten by the last hyena on Earth. That'll be the end of it. And so until that happens, we do have wild places and wild things and, you know, wild Africa that lives on. And that's something pretty special. Heish! Heish! And I'll go walking up the people now. Says, I like to eat dogs. Hey! Ha! Hey! Get out of here! Hey! Ha! Hoo-yah! Ha!